5 times a day, over 1.8 billion Muslims around the world stop what they're doing, face toward Mecca, and pray. It doesn't matter if they're at work, at home, traveling, or busy. When the call to prayer sounds, they pray. To outsiders, this might seem excessive. 5 times a day? Every single day? For their entire lives? Why? What's the point? Today, I want to explain why Muslims pray 5 times a day, and by the end, you might see it's not a burden at all. It's a gift. First, let's understand what these 5 prayers are. Fajr, before sunrise, when the world is still dark. Zuhur, at midday, when you're busy with work. Asr, in the afternoon, when energy dips. Maghrib, right after sunset, when the day ends. Isha, at night, before sleep. These 5 prayers frame your entire day. Now, why 5 times? Why not once a week, like some religions? The answer is profound, because you need God more than 5 times a day, and He knows it even if you don't. Think about your daily life. You eat multiple times a day because your body needs fuel. You check your phone dozens of times, but what about your soul? What about the spiritual part of you that gets neglected, starved, forgotten? The 5 daily prayers are spiritual nourishment. They're pit stops in the race of life where you pause, reconnect with your Creator, realign your priorities, and remember why you exist. Let's see what happens in your day without prayer. You wake up, immediately check your phone, social media, news, messages. Your mind is filled with noise. You rush to work. You deal with stress, pressure, difficult people. You're bombarded with advertisements, temptations. You get angry, anxious, overwhelmed. You chase money, success, approval. By the end of the day, you're spiritually exhausted. Now imagine this same day with prayer. You wake up for Fajr. Before the world wakes you, before your phone buzzes, before the chaos begins, you stand before God in the quiet darkness. You acknowledge He created you. You thank Him for another day. You start your day centered, grounded, spiritually fueled. A few hours later, you're at work, stressed, caught up in worldly matters. The call to prayer sounds for Zuhur. You stop, you wash, symbolically washing away the world's dirt. You stand before God again. For a few minutes, nothing else exists. Not your boss, not your problems, not your phone. Just you and your Creator. You return to work refreshed, reset, recharged. Afternoon comes, Asr prayer. You're tired, tempted to cut corners, maybe irritated. You pray. You remember God is watching. You remember your purpose. You remember to be patient, honest, kind. Sunset, Maghrib prayer. The day is ending. You thank God for what He provided. You ask forgiveness for mistakes. You let go of stress. Night, Isha prayer. Before sleep, you stand before God one last time. You reflect on your day. You repent for sins. You go to sleep with a clean slate, at peace. Do you see the pattern? Prayer isn't interrupting your life, it's protecting it. It's preventing you from drowning in worldliness, from losing yourself in materialism, from becoming spiritually dead. The Prophet Muhammad said, if there was a river at your door and you bathed in it 5 times a day, would any dirt remain? They said, no. He said, that is like the 5 daily prayers. Allah wipes away sins with them. Every prayer washes away the minor sins you accumulated since the last prayer. It's spiritual cleansing. But there's more. Prayer 5 times a day creates discipline. You can't just pray whenever you feel like it. You have to pray at specific times. This means structuring your day around God, not structuring God around your day. It means God comes first, not your job, not your entertainment, not your desires. Prayer also creates equality. In the mosque, you pray shoulder to shoulder with people of all backgrounds. The rich man prays next to the poor man. The doctor prays next to the janitor. Everyone bows together before God. It reminds you that you're equal before your Creator. Prayer is also physical and mental health. The movements, standing, bowing, prostrating, are exercise that benefits your body. The focus required is meditation, proven to reduce anxiety. Studies show Muslim prayer movements improve flexibility and blood circulation. But beyond physical benefits, prayer provides psychological peace. In a world of constant anxiety, Muslims have a built-in, free 5 times a day therapy session with God. You literally bow your head to the ground, acknowledging you're not in control, and there's profound peace in that surrender. Prayer is also protection from sin. When you know you have to stand before God 5 times a day, you think twice before committing sins. The Quran says, "Indeed, prayer prevents immorality and wrongdoing." And perhaps most importantly, prayer is a direct conversation with God. No priest, no intermediary, just you and Him. You can speak to Him in your own words. He hears you. He's listening. The Prophet said, the closest a servant comes to his Lord is when he is prostrating. When your face is on the ground, when you're in the most humble position, that's when you're closest to the Almighty. Now, I know what you're thinking. 5 times a day sounds like too much. I'm too busy. But each prayer takes 5 to 10 minutes. That's 25 to 50 minutes total per day. You spend more time than that scrolling social media. You spend more time watching TV. It's not that you don't have time, it's about priorities. Muslims don't see prayer as a burden, they see it as a privilege. It's the best part of their day. The Prophet Muhammad said, "The comfort of my eye is in prayer." So, why do Muslims pray 5 times a day? Because they need to, because their souls need it, because life without remembering God would be spiritually empty, because it's not a burden, it's a lifeline.